You're doing it wrong.
What am I doing wrong? I'm just sitting here.
Let's have a drink.
Alright. Crack that. There you
Alright.
go.
Cheers, my
Alright.
man.
Cheers.
Before I tell
There we
you
go.
what you're doing wrong, did you know that every time you lick a stamp, you consume 1/10 of a calorie?
Mm. Well,
Let me ask you this, do you use stamps anymore? Do you actually mail physical letters anymore?
I think I bought a book of forever stamps,
Yeah?
that last forever.
Yeah.
Uh, Maybe 8 years ago, and I'm still using them.
I can't tell you the last time I put a letter in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and put it in the mailbox.
Not a letter, but it's always something oh, you know what we did? So, we had our wedding invitations that we had to mail out,
Okay. Yep.
and then we
Yep.
mail out, Christmas cards,
Okay. Yep.
and then sometimes you get a stupid bill in the mail
Yeah, that you gotta
that
mail back or something.
yeah, you gotta put a stamp on it. It's like, "Wait, you send me the postage
Right.
paid envelope
Right.
because 'cause I'm already giving you
Right.
money,"
If I
you
if
know?
I needed a stamp at my house, ain't happening.
Can't
Don't
get
have
it.
one.
You even know where to go get it? Other than the post office, where could you go to get a stamp?
So I remember you used to be able to get, like, little vending machines or something had them. Am I remembering that wrong?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So no, I don't know.
No. You used to be able to get them at the grocery store,
Okay,
but
maybe that's what I'm
I'm trying
thinking
to
of.
think, if I needed a book of stamps, I would just go to the post office.
Right.
So,
Right.
that's it. So, alright,
Unreal.
just send me an email.
I'll send you an email. So you're doing it wrong.
What are we doing wrong?
Talking about how well you do or do not take criticism at work or at
Mhm.
home for that matter.
Oh.
How hard is it for men in general to kind of swallow that pride, especially if you know you messed up and you get called out on it? Are you admitting
Mhm.
it? And how
Hmm.
do you handle that?
Let's start with work.
Okay.
Alright. So,
Okay.
you're at work.
Right.
You're supposed to put the green widgets in the brown box,
Yep.
but you put the green widgets in the white box.
Right.
Boss comes at you, "Matt, what the hell are you doing?"
Right.
How do you handle that?
Right. I think your first reaction is be like, "What are you talking about? I'm doing exactly what you told me to."
Right. "No, you're not doing what I told you to do. They were supposed to go in the brown box, and you put them all in the white box. Now that's gonna take away 3 hours of work today for us to undo your mistake."
Right. So in this moment right here, the communication breaks down.
Yeah,
Right.
because
So
as your
now,
boss, I've gotten
right.
heated with you, and I
Right.
shouldn't have.
And I didn't turn on our TV behind us.
Oh,
It's really awkward.
that's fine.
It's fine. There it is. Yeah. So, it's a hard one, right?
Mhm.
Internally, you're cussing them out, I think, because you're going to blame your boss and not take that accountability. I think most, not all, but a lot of men do that.
Really?
I think so. I
To see
think
eh
it's really hard to accept that is if you feel like, no, I'm doing it the exact way you told me to do it. Maybe I heard it wrong, but I'm not remembering it that way.
hmm. Now that's a difference. If
Right.
you're not remembering it that way,
Right.
but the instructions were clear and you messed up,
Right.
I think there's a constructive way to come back and say, yes, I did mess up.
Right.
However, the way I remember hearing it was they were supposed to go in the
Yeah.
white box. So I take full responsibility. How do we fix it?
Right.
What's the solution? Let's move on."
Now, how easy is it that do you think for most people?
At this age,
Yeah. At our current age, in our 40s.
at our current age, yes,
Easy.
that for me is easy because
Mhm.
that's happened to me.
In your 20s.
Hell no.
Right. You're not,
I'm
right?
standing my ground. You
Right.
said white box,
Right.
and I put him in the white box. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna go. I might lose my cool.
Right. So why does it take till we're in our 40s?
Nah, we're finally adults.
I think so. I think men don't become grown-ups until 40.
Yeah, at least most of us.
It's
But
tough.
it's productive though. I mean,
Right.
I think at this age we've gotten to a point where we say, okay, what's the productive way to move forward?
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and harp on the problem.
Right.
I need to figure out a solution.
Right. Here's the problem. What can we do to fix it?
Yep.
I think a lot of that at work comes with how your boss or your superior approaches you with the criticism.
Yes. And that's a
Like,
that's
did
a
you understand that? Was I clear when I said put the green ones in the white box?
yeah.
Were you clear with those instructions instead of what the hell are you doing? I told you to do this and you did this.
Yeah. And I think what we're talking about is the difference between a good manager and a bad
Yeah.
manager. Because a bad manager is going to lose their cool where, I've managed people in the past. It's all about managing personalities,
Yeah, 100%.
not so much the job.
100%.
You manage a bunch
Yes,
of people.
and it's personalities all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't approach Jim the same way you approach John.
right, and when I first transitioned to the role, I had to learn that.
Mhm.
Nobody prepares you for that.
Yeah.
Nobody prepares you for the managing personalities and understanding how each person is gonna take your criticism. And
Right.
is it really criticism or is it more, "You did it wrong, we need to do it this way?"
Right. So what would be a good example of a criticism? Maybe you're doing it too slow.
Yeah, yeah,
You need to speed up.
need to speed up. Yep,
Yeah.
um,
A good way to approach that, I think, would be to say, "Hey, listen, we've been looking at the metrics. You know, most people doing this get it done in 2.5 hours.
right,
When I'm looking at your metric, it looks like it's taking you right around 3.25 hours.
right,
So help me help you.
yep,
Let's figure out a way we can get you closer to that
right,
2 hour mark."
yeah. So that this conversation has happened with my boss and me
Mhm.
sometimes, who's
You were you were you
he's
were
gonna hear
you were
this.
fucking up.
He's gonna hear this. But, in my mind, when he's saying that, I do go to the place of, "Okay, so what did I or what how do I need to improve?"
Mhm.
But I'm not sure that there's a lot of men even in their 40s that do that.
But you have to. If you wanna
You have
if
to
you wanna
s
be productive and you wanna move forward, you have to.
so you have to kinda swallow your pride
Yeah.
if you need be for the sake of getting the job done correctly.
Yeah, because all of us can get better at everything we do,
Right,
and
right.
it's a matter of and I think it's more of a man thing to do,
Yeah,
to take that constructive criticism
right.
and apply it,
Turn
and
it
then you get your
around.
resort a
Yeah.
result.
W
Resort.
Resort?
I'm on
Are
vac
we already
mine
going on vacation
I
somewhere?
wish.
Do we have a trip planned?
No. August, hopefully.
What about your wife at home?
Mm.
Do we even wanna do this? Or do we just wanna shut the door right now?
Well,
The
she's
garage is getting real comfy.
right, it is. Did you put the cots out
I got the
there
cots
and
and TVs up now, I got the fridge out
little
there,
space
the
heater?
air fryer, we're good to go, man.
That's all we need is an air fryer and a
Some
bag of chicken
some
nuggets.
I was thinking the same thing. Some bag of chicken
You
nuggets.
get the ones from Costco, they taste just like Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Yep, yep.
So
So
maybe we don't maybe instead of that, we talk about what happens when you find out your kid got criticized at school by a teacher.
or wait, or should we very gingerly discuss the wife thing so
Well
then they'll listen and then they'll think we're doing better.
well, I personally, my wife never does or says anything incorrect, so I
See,
can't
dude,
speak
we
on
were on a
this.
good I just said, "Let's do this the right way," and you come out of your mouth with something like
Okay,
that?
okay, that's not the right way? I'm confused
No.
now.
Oh god.
Am
Oh,
I doing it wrong?
yeah. I'm criticizing you right now.
I think it's harder at home to take it as a man.
Is it?
I think sometimes you go to a point of defensiveness, I know I've done,
Mhm. I do too.
immediately,
Yeah.
without even understanding what she's saying. Are you really in the wrong? I think I just go straight to that. It's not great, but I have done it,
Yeah. I
and
think we've
she'll
all
call me
done it.
out on it. Like, "Why are you getting so defensive? It's not that big of a deal." But
Right.
for whatever reason in my head, it is a big deal.
Right. And same here. I instantly get defensive, and I think she wouldn't mind me saying this. She gets defensive as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it has to do with the delivery.
Oh, yeah, I think
How
it's
do we
all the
deliver to
delivery.
each other? And
Yeah,
then what do we do with that? And we've worked on this in our relationship a ton because in the beginning, I mean, it was all defensive. We're
yeah.
blending a family.
Oh, yeah.
She's got her style of
Yep,
raising kids, I've got mine, and we
yep.
try to blend that together. And, if one of the other person's kids does something that's out of line and we try to correct them and
How
this
do
and
you
that,
handle that? Oh, yeah.
it's a lot, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot to deal with, and I will tell you that and I don't think she'd mind me saying this too, and because I think everyone can benefit from it. We've even brought in a third party, a professional third party,
Okay,
to help us with conflict resolution and doing
okay.
it in a positive, productive way so that you come out on the other side of it in a better position and in a better place.
Feel like it worked? The third party?
Absolutely.
So let
I
me
recommend the third party for and not get a let's just call it what it is. Get a damn therapist.
yeah.
I think therapy is wonderful for relationships.
How hard was that for you in that moment to accept to bring that third person in? And
Not
what
a
I mean by that is, like, in your head where you're like, "We don't need help. Fine. I got this." Or were you
mm,
pretty open to it?
I was not as open to it as I
Right,
am today,
right. After
but
the fact.
yeah, after the fact, I was
Yeah.
like, "You know what? We're not getting anywhere here. Fine. I'll talk to whoever you want me to talk to."
Did you go as a couple or individually?
Couple.
Okay.
Yep. We actually, what's really cool about it is we had multiple sessions where we first talked to the therapist as individuals,
Yeah.
and they
The same
each the
therapist.
same therapist. Yep.
Okay.
Talk to them as individuals, and then we come together with group sessions.
Okay.
And man, I got to tell you, if you're struggling any kind of way in your relationship, you've got to bring in a third party because sometimes you don't see their perspective, their point of
Yeah.
view, and they can't see yours, and neither one of you know how to verbalize it.
Yeah.
So you're just at this.
I get bullheaded like that
Mhm.
to where I only see my point of view. I can't see hers. And I do get very bullish like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Something to chew on
there you
for
go.
sure.
Look at that.
Look at
I
that.
think we're making progress right now.
Did we just was
I
that
think
constructive criticism?
I think so. I think we just opened the door for you that if it ever gets brought up, like, hey, let's just bring in. It's
Right.
almost like bringing in a coach.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
brand new JV moving up to varsity. You don't know what
Yeah.
the hell's going on. It's a
It's
whole new
true.
ball game. But
I'm a
then you bring a coach in, he coach you up the right way.
right. No,
There you
makes
go.
sense. And I'm
Yeah.
glad to know that you know somebody that did it and it worked. You had a
Yeah.
good experience.
Absolutely, man.
Mm. How do you feel about your wife having male friends
I'm
in
okay with it.
in general?
She has lots of male friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't think they're well, I guess we're done talking about that.
But no, here's
That was a quick one. All right.
Chris Rock said a joke one time. I believe it was Chris Rock, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I'm misquoting the right person, but he said, "Women don't have male friends. They just have friends that they haven't." I want to say the F word, but they they just have friends that they haven't effed yet.
Okay.
That's at least how men look at it. No
Yeah.
man is your friend. He's just waiting for the day that
Well,
you're gonna give up the goods.
yeah, so I'm not yes and no. I agree that there is probably a lot of men that are like that, but I think there are some that are truly just friends with females.
Yeah, I
And I
agree
think
too.
there's 2 different dynamics to that. There's the like, our friends group, you know, we're all friends with each other's wives.
Mhm.
But then there's the, you know, woman that you maybe went to high school with, you've known your whole life, and
Yeah,
you're friends with. So I guess I'm speaking more of that
yeah,
kind of friendship
yep,
outside of the normal hangout group, right?
yeah.
Like, we all get along with all of our wives just fine. They you know what I mean? It's not a problem.
Yeah, and I think you've got to establish boundaries,
Yeah.
especially if you have those male friends. Like, let's say if everyone's married and although there is funny business that goes on
Sure.
between married couples and
Yep.
one person, the other person, but I think that once you establish this boundary of you're not going to hang out
Right.
with Tommy
Right.
who's single,
Right.
you and Tommy aren't going to a
Right.
bar together.
Right.
And I
That's the
think
line in the
she
sand.
knows that
Yeah.
I'm not going to hang out with Tina at the bar
Yeah.
by myself.
Right. So, kinda to that point, I don't have female friends really outside of our main circle,
Mhm.
right? So, yeah, I mean, I would even some of the wives in our group, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, no,
You
because
know
that
what I
just
mean?
brings up speculation,
Yeah.
it brings up
Yeah.
assumptions, all the nasty
And
words
I
that
took it
we
as
don't need
far
to
as I
mention.
remember a while ago, and I forget exactly what it was, but I needed to ask Alicia a question,
Mhm.
and I asked you first.
Oh,
Dude, I sent you a text like, "Hey, man, I gotta call her and ask her a question. You cool with that?"
oh,
And
yeah.
immediately like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit. What are you asking me that for?"
Yeah, I don't care.
You know what I mean?
But that level of respect, I appreciate that.
Right,
That's and I didn't even think about it that way,
right.
but yeah.
Yeah,
But, she does have someone in a couple that's in our friend group.
yeah,
The guy reaches out to her all the time,
yeah,
doesn't ask me. I
yeah.
don't mind it
Right.
because he's always trying to get gift ideas
For his
for
wife or
his
whatever.
wife,
Yeah,
girlfriend, yeah. So, and I don't mind that, because she always is like, "Oh my gosh, I just told such and such about this
Right.
gift. What do you think?"
Right,
And
well,
I'm like,
she's
"Oh yeah,
telling you
it's fine."
too.
Yeah, she tells me.
So
So,
how does 25-year-old Naeem feel about that?
mm,
Different story. Again,
I was
wisdom
single when
comes
I
with
was
age.
25,
Well,
man.
right? But wisdom comes with age,
Wisdom does come with age. Yeah, I don't think
right?
I'd handle that very well.
Right?
No, when I was dating a girl when I was 25, and she had all kinds of male friends. She was one
Right.
of these girls that, "I don't have any girlfriends because I just don't get along with girls. All my
Right.
friends are guys."
Right.
And you better believe every single one of those guys was trying to get with her.
Oh, for sure.
Every single one of
Right.
them, and I was very uncomfortable with it.
Because when you're going out to hang out with all your friends, it's all dudes,
All dudes, yeah.
right? And you're
So,
just like, "What is happening here?"
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know if we've moved along in this part of the
I
conversation
think
at
we
all.
have,
I
it's
think
fine.
have
I don't
we?
think we haven't either. It's fine. You got
We're
a list over there?
so,
You got a
yeah,
list of something?
I do.
You got a couple minutes.
Alright, let's see, let's entertain the people a little
Yeah.
bit with 15 sentences that live rent free in
Oh,
my
boy.
head.
Oh,
Alright.
boy.
We don't have to go through all 15,
Yeah,
but
just hit a couple.
so number 1, fear doesn't stop death, it stops life.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Me either.
I like it.
It's heavy.
That is heavy.
It's don't be scared.
I have never heard that.
Don't be scared.
I like it.
You gotta implement the 5-second rule. It's a book
You're
by
talking about dropping stuff on the floor and then eating it?
It's funny because in the book she talks about that. She's like, "It is not that. It is not that." But it's about making your brain chemically and physiologically, you get 5 seconds to make a decision,
Okay.
to either go for it or your brain is naturally going to protect you and talk you out of it.
And tell you not to.
Yep.
So it's kind of an impulse thing.
It's not necessary it's a little bit further than an impulse because you actually do give thought to it,
Yeah.
but, like, she gives an example in the book, and by the way, I'll give credit, Mel Robbins, The 5-Second Rule.
Okay.
It's a quick read. I highly it kinda rewired my brain very
Okay.
quickly, but she gives the example of a girl you wanna go talk to a girl in the bar.
Yeah.
You see her across the room, most beautiful girl you've ever seen. Are you going to sit there and mull on it for a few minutes, and then while you're mulling on it, someone else sidles up, and
Right.
then there goes your opportunity?
Right.
Or do you start thinking like, "Oh my gosh, what if she doesn't like me? What if she shoots me
Right.
down? What if
Yeah.
this? What if that?"
Yeah.
Or what if she ends up being the love of your
Right.
life? Or what if you guys end up hooking up, going out, having a great time for a couple of years? No matter what it may be, but you've just gotta go after it.
Just go
So
get it.
the second you see her, you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take physical action, go over and talk. It doesn't matter what she says to you. She shoots
Right.
you down, she accepts you, it doesn't matter, but you just had a very big win in your mind, and you
Mm,
just built your confidence.
it's good
The
stuff.
5-second rule, man, I'm telling you,
Well, it's not a hot dog on the floor.
it's that's the 3-second rule.
Oh, is it 3? Oh, sorry.
Or that's the "you nasty bastard" rule.
That's the spitting that hot dog right out.
Oh my gosh. So, number 2, if it costs you peace, it's too expensive.
It's another heavy one.
Yeah.
Can relate to that.
I think we should do 5,
Yeah, just do
and then
5.
we'll
That was
keep
3.
going
Yeah,
with,
that was 3. We got 2 more.
well, we did 2.
Oh, we did 3.
That
You did the
I'm reading the
you
list.
did the fear death you don't fear death, but you fear
It
life.
stops you
It
don't
stops
fear
life.
life.
Then you did the 5-second thing,
That's
and then
that
that
no, the
one.
5-second rule built on
Oh.
the death life.
Oh my
There you go.
goodness.
So
Oh, lame.
number 3. People think this is scripted. That's proof this is not scripted.
No way this is scripted.
People only see the decisions you made, not the choices you had.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
They
heavy.
see the results. That is heavy.
They see the results, good or bad,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
They don't know why you bought that red car. They just know you did.
Yep.
You didn't know what the other options were.
Yeah.
They just know
They
and they're like, "Why'd you get the red one?"
right.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
know why
heavy.
you cheated on your taxes,
R
but you could've, or you could not
I
have.
did not cheat on my taxes.
Me either. Nope. Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from.
Criticism.
Criticism, we just talked
Criticism.
about this.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from.
That's good. Yeah.
Pretty much surrounding yourself with like-minded people or
Correct.
people that you wanna aspire to be more
Correct.
like.
Yep. Yep.
And number 5, the magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding.
Mm, yeah,
That's all about procrastination. That's all about
absolutely.
fear.
Get over your fear.
Are you scared to succeed?
Right,
Are you scared of success?
right.
Because it takes a lot of damn hard work.
A lot.
Mhm.
Mm, wow,
So,
that's good stuff.
we'll get to the other 10,
We'll get
but
there.
we'll give them to you in small doses.
Right, 5 at
Yeah.
a time. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It was another episode of Midlife Playbook. We'll catch you next time.
Wrap it up here.